In the start of this chapter, we see Sungyun is glowing with blue light. Cheon is standing in front of him. She says, "What is that immense divine power? Have you been hiding it until now?" Sungyun says, "Think as you wish. Regardless, you will now die." Cheon laughs and says, "Is this your last struggle? How pathetic. I still have the last of 3 moves I've yielded to you, so hurry and attack." Sungyun smiles and says, "If you want it so badly, I'll show you." Cheon says to him, "What are you going to show me with that tired body of yours?" Sungyun suddenly appears behind her. Cheon gets annoyed and thinks, "When did he?" Cheon uses her attack, but he easily dodges it. After that, Cheon activates her protective chi. She says that the attack just now was surprising. Regardless, it's useless against me. Yes, I'll acknowledge the immense amount of divine power you've obtained in a short period of time, but that's all / what can you do? She tells him, in front of protective chi, it's useless. What are you saying you can do? Until you get past this protective chi, you'll never be able to leave a single scar on me. System says, authority, divine power, has been strongly activated. Sungyun and Chungwoo smile. Cheon thinks, he dares to smile in this situation? I'll destroy. She notices that her protective chi starts breaking. System says, authority, divine power, has been strongly activated. Skill, burrowing heavens activated. Limits on what you can destroy have been removed. Cheon's protective chi break down to pieces. She gets shocked. We see a big hole in her chest. We learn what protective chi is. Protective chi is a skill that neutralizes all skills. It's a skill that is basically unparalleled. That's what it should have been. It should have been. She is on the ground, barely alive, and thinks, the skill that I thought was on the stage of invincibility broke? System says, authority, divine power, is currently activated. Chungwoo says to him, since Central Dantian has collapsed, it'll be impossible for her to recover it with divine power. She says, until now, have you been deceiving me? Is that it? Through countless kills, I've gotten stronger, but in the end, I have not been chosen by the Light Sword Emperor. Cheon says, why is it not me, but that man who receives the right? Cheon is now dead. Sungyun says, someone who tries to become stronger in a dirty way like you is a waste to even debate rights over. I'm sure the Light Sword Emperor would have said the same thing while seeing you. System says, you have absorbed the spirit of heavenly demon Cheon. Proficiency has increased by 24.7%. Due to absorbing a spirit stronger than yourself, beginning authority extraction adjudication. Sungyun thinks, so she was stronger than me. System says, adjudication succeeded. Extracting authority from the spirit. Special authority, heavenly demon status. S+, has been engraved into user Sungyun's soul. Chungwoo says, it's finally begin. Focus on your inner divinity, since from now on, detachment will begin. Sungyun says, detachment? Are you talking about this black fog? Chungwoo says, it means you've received the right that heavenly demon spoke about before she died. System says, you can now choose a divinity. Upon choosing a divinity, you will acquire the rightful deity. A yellow door appeared in front of him. Sungyun is shocked and says, I though there might be a chance, but to think it would actually compose this way. He is at the other side of the door. System says, will you choose divinity transcendence? Will you choose the dark light divinity death? Will you choose the red light divinity immortality? Will you choose the green light divinity harmony? Sungyun says, this is an opportunity to become closer to being a transcendental being. I need to choose from them. I think a situation where you don't die is the best. But, wait, there's one more? If it's this, there's no point in even deliberating. He chooses the divinity transcendence. System says, divinity transcendence will respond to the death god's qualities and manifest potential death and transcendence abilities. With the establishment of your divinity, you have obtained the special authority, Death God Gaze. With the establishment of your divinity, you have obtained a deity. Basic divine authority, deification, SS+, has been engraved in Challenger Sunjian's soul. Unique divine authority, transcendence, SSS+, has been engraved in Challenger Sunjian's soul. Upon using deification, your divinity will temporarily rise, and you can use divine authorities, consolidating system abilities with divinity, giving them transcendence. He is back. Changwoo says, seeing how your divinity's finished being established, you must have made your decision. Sungyun says, that reaction must mean you've chosen a divinity before. She says, I destroyed the divinities. Rather than choosing a path someone else has marked out for me, I destroyed the divinity I received myself, with the promise of a freedom that would one day come. She says, of course, I wasn't hoping for things to turn out the way they have, but it's not bad seeing by your side either. You are a special being. He says, I also don't think it's bad having you as a partner. You've helped me by my side whenever I've been in danger, so thank you. If it wasn't for you, I would have probably died, right? She says, why are you suddenly acting in a way you haven't before? System says, skill, steel consumption, activated. He says, the items that came out this time are useless if you aren't heavenly demon, so shall we dispose of them? System says, item, blood bond armband, obtained. Total absorption complete. Authority, divine power, activated. Magic power will be disassembled and converted to divine power. He says, I even obtained a skill to convert the magic power that the heavenly demon used into divine power. To be able to make divine power on the spot, this is so OP. Changwoo says, when will this end? I'm bored to death. He says, I just finished. Then, shall we obtain the Light Sword Emperor's martial arts? System says, you have passed the heavenly martial place's final heavenly path. By passing the final gate, you have obtained the right to enter the library. Upon leaving the library, you will have reached the end of the heavenly martial place. Sungyun says, this is unnecessarily solemn. Changwoo says, I think it'll take half a day just to get down there. Sungyun says, you don't have to worry about that. He grabs her hand and jumps down. This is the end of the video. Subscribe for the next part.